Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. In our last lesson we learned how to upload pictures and how to manage them, their width, their length, their colors, and everything related to picture frames. But in today's video we're going to talk about vectors and vector images. So first of all, let's upload a picture from our computer as we learned in our last lesson. For example, this one. As you can see, if I zoom in on this picture, the quality is not really good and I will start seeing these little squares inside the picture, which are called pixels. This is because this type of picture is a raster picture, so it's made up of pixels, which is really different from a vector, which for example is a line. So let's click on line. Let's create a line right here. As you can see, if I zoom in on this line, I will not see any pixels. This is because vectors are made up of lines and points. So they do not have pixels in them and they have this astonishing quality to them. We not only can use lines as vectors, but we can also create vector images with the Bezier curve right here. So let's see how the Bezier curves work. So let's click on it, and then if you click, you'll have a point, and then if you click, you'll have another point, and in between them, you'll have a straight line. But then if you click on another point and then press, you can manage the curve. You can manage the shape of this line, which will not be straight, but it will become a curve. And then you can create all sorts of shapes in this way, for example, like this. So the difference between these two is that this one is a vector right here because it's open, it's just a straight line. And this one over here is a vector image like this. So let's see how we can edit a vector right here. This one is a path, a vector path. So let's go to properties, our window right here. And as you can see, we can change its position in our document like this on this page. We can also unbiggen it, and then we can also rotate it like this. For example, we can click on the rotate an item and then have it rotated like this. We can also choose its level, so have it as the first element in our document or as the second one or the last one. You can also drop the shadow, so you can have a shadow like this. And you can manage the shadow, you can move it on the x-axis or on the y one. You can manage the blur, so have it more blurred or less blurred like this. And you can also change the color. For example, let's have it blue, so that you can create this type of shadow. Then you can also change the line. For example, you can have the base point as the left point or the end point. So let's have it at left point. And then you can change the type of line. So you can go with a dotted one like this, or a straight plain one like this. You can also change the start arrow and the end arrow. So you can have it a square like this, and you can have, for example, a triangle like this. And then you can change the line width, which will also change the start and end arrow width like this. And then you can change the edges and the endings, but this is more visible whenever you have a dotted line like this one. So if you change them up, you'll see that some changes will occur in between the dots inside this line. And then of course you can go to colors and change the color of the stroke, so of the line. For example, you can go with magenta like this, and you'll have a magenta line. Now with this vector picture, it's kind of different because you have the same commands so that you can change its position, its width, and its height. And you can rotate it and decide where is the focal point of this rotation. So this corner right here, or this one, or this one, or you can have it in the center. And you can also change the levels, so have it wherever you want it. You can also create a shadow right here, so like this, and you can have it with the color that you prefer, for example, red, like this. You can also edit the shape. Click on Edit right here, and you'll have a map of all the nodes. So the nodes are these points that you see, which form a vector image. You can edit them. For example, you can add one like this, or you can delete one like this. So let's delete the one that we just created. And then you can change the lines inside the vector picture with these two commands like this. So for example, you can click on one of the points and change the line like this. So you can change its shape. This just by using one point, or you can click on this one and then use 2 points so that it will modify the line both on the right and on the left of our blue point like this. And then you can also click on one of these pink points and click on this last command to have this side of the curve, so the left side of the blue point, straight. So like this. Or you can click on this one and have this side straight, and then this side and have it straight like this. Then you can also divide 2 points. For example, click on this and then click on here. As you can see, we just divided 2 points, so this one is going to be divided. And for example, we can go on this open vector right here and decide to unite these 2 points. So let's edit the vectors, go on unite like this, and you'll see that now we have a closed vector, which is now, of course, some sort of polygon right here. You can edit its position like this, and then you can rotate it and begin it as much as you prefer. You can also hide the nodes, but of course it's easier to have the nodes visible to better edit them like this. And you can also reset all edits like this. So I click on OK. With this vector picture, you can also go and change the line as we did before. So you can have it dotted like this. But of course, you don't have a start arrow or an end arrow because our picture is now closed. But you can scale the line width, so you can have it bigger or smaller. And you can also go edit the colors. So you can have the stroke green like this. And you can also have the fill red like this. As you can see, you can also change the shade of the red and of the stroke. You can have it solid or you can have it gradient, for example. Another thing that you can do is going on the vector picture and click on the right side of your mouse and then go on convert to. You can convert it to image frame, for example, so you can upload something in this polygon right here, or you can convert it to a polygon like this, or you can convert it to a text frame so that you can type in it. So type in the picture like this. You can also convert it to a Bezier curve like this. So right now, this curve has 2 arrows right here. So we have a start arrow and an end arrow that we can go and edit. So you can create a square on this one and maybe scale it down a notch. And then a triangle right here, as you can see. So let's revise what we learned today. We learned the difference between a raster picture and a vector picture. We learned how to edit a line, which is a vector path. And then we learned how to create a vector picture by using the Bezier curve. We learned how to convert it in other frames, for example, text frames or picture frames. Then we learned how to have it go back to a Bezier curve, and we learned how to edit its nodes to change its shape or to close it. And we learned how to edit colors of both paths and vector pictures. That's all for today, you guys. Remember to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel if you want to stay updated on our newest videos in this video course about SCRIBUS.